see. Oh, see. Oh, see. See. Why are you acting so good now? Why do you know you've been filmed or something? You're only acting crazy. There we go. So, we're back. I'm back in Mallorca after being to work for the last couple of months, and we're in the yard. Boat's behind us, van's behind us. Ossie's there, the little dog here. Here. Being a pain in the ass as she is, always is. And we're just coming to kind of assess the situation. We've bought a tent. We have a tent. It's in this big tent in the corner. So we came down to measure things because this weekend we're going to build it, and then we're going to get a cover. We're going to secure it to the ground. We're just trying to figure out how we're going to build it. What we think is we're going to build the frame out in the space and buy some wheels, and then just kind of wheel it into place and then take the wheels off. That's the idea anyway. That's Laura's idea. Yeah, and then we can start working on the deck. I think the basics, because obviously all the wooden rail around the top, you can see like this wooden rail as it goes. I'm not very good at this. This wooden rail, it goes all the way around the top. We're going to be taking that off. We're going to be taking some of the teak off at the front forepeak, because that's where the water was coming in. And then, yeah, that's basically where we're going to start, and that involves the forward cabin, taking the forward cabin to bits, and basically a lot of the deck head down inside, so we can have access to the bolts that hold this outer rail on. And that's it. That's the start. So hopefully, over the next few days, we'll see the progress. Okay, so, well, it's Saturday. We came to the yard and we've just been carrying on with trying to put up the structure for the tent. The only issue is, like, we've got to you're supposed to build it when there's nothing inside the tent already, but we've got a boat inside the tent. So Laura had an idea of like building it away from the tent and then having wheels and kind of rolling it over. But the kind of wheels kind of complicate things a little bit. So I've just kind of said, oh, why don't we just try and build it in place? And I don't know if it's going to work. And as you can see right now, if I just back up a little bit, you can see we've started getting it up. We've got to kind of like build the top, and I was thinking the top would be like one square all the way around, but it's not one square all the way around. It actually got like an arch here. So lifting it up, I've just managed to get the first sticks in the level. Like, it's basically you've got two poles basically of height. I've got the first pole in. And you can see here it's kind of like it's bending in because it doesn't have the support in the middle, so we got to kind of lift it up again. And I don't know how flexible it's gonna be. So that's where we are right now. The only other issue is we came into the yard. It's a Saturday. The gate closes at 3, which I think Laura obviously forgot. So they don't let you bring the car in on a Saturday when there's no one else here anyway. But I am locked in essentially. She went out to have a wee, and then I'm locked in with the dog. And the gates are and the fences are quite high. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. what's up? What do you got to say, Ethan? How do you think it's going? Badly? Yeah, I concur. Keep smiling. Okay, change of plan. We tried to build it around the boat and it didn't really work, to be honest. So because we can't build the center of the top of the tent, and then we're trying to lift it up, it's too flexible. So we've basically asked the yard if we can assemble it up adjacent, just behind basically. And Laura's going to go and buy some wheels, and we're going to try and fit wheels on the bottom, so we can just wheel the tent in once we've built it. And as you can see behind me is basically we've started preparing the structure. There, this area. Start preparing the structure, laid it all out. Didn't have to take it all apart, but yeah, it's going to be better this way, safer. And then at least we know we won't bend any of the poles and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. Well, this is about the 10th different idea and plan. Well, with a little bit of advice from the yard, rather than build the whole roof and then build the whole thing and then trying to wheel it in, we've wheeled it in sections. So we've just took basically a third, the end third, as you can see. Laura's idea of putting wheels on the bottom was a good idea in the end. We obviously haven't fitted the cover, which is going to be the difficult thing, but we've got real easy access up here, so I think it's going to be quite easy, especially with the wheels. We can just move it wherever we want, and it actually functioned really well. And it's actually, because it's just thin Chinese, I don't even know what them, some sort of cheap, really thin kind of steel. It's actually not that heavy. And it's wafer thin, so it's actually worked out quite nice. And then we should just build the second half, the other end, and then wheel it in. So, well, no, we can get a GoPro, can't we? I think that's what we should do. So yeah, here we go. Second stage. Get the other half built. It was quite difficult, super heavy to lift. And Laura was just useless. Can't navigate. Terrible navigator. But anyway, we're getting there. As you can see, it's just high enough. Probably not high enough for what we want to do. So there's a metal guy along the road who's going to make us some, we're going to put an extra meter in. Lift it up an extra meter. So hopefully we get it more or less in place today. It's been a bit of a mission actually. And then we got the covers to get off. But we got it on wheels, so we should be able to move it around. So yeah, all good.